All right, so here's the 100-gallon tank. There's two of them. This one has the chemical in it for the, it's basically a bleach solution. This one is water. And we have another tank, which is the soap. It's the surfactant. And this all gets sucked into this hydro mixer, which mixes water, the soap, the surfactant, and the chemical together. And based on what we're doing, we change how much soap's coming in and how much chemical's coming in and how much water's coming in based on what we're doing. So when we're doing a wall or like surfaces like stucco, we like the 100% water. We're going 4 with the soap because we want the soap to mix and stick to the wall. The more the soap sticks to the wall, the slower the chemical solution runs off the wall. So, and then typically we're in anywhere between, I don't know, off and like 2.5. And then for a roof cleaning, we're switching this a little bit lower for the soap and a little bit higher based on how dirty it is, up to like a 5% or a number 5. And so we have 2 reels. One, this supplies the water to the first tank, the big tank right there, and this one supplies the mixed solution to the wall or the roof or whatever we're spraying. And then this runs on, I have a 7 gallon per minute pump. Here you can go to 10. I'm going to switch that out the next time this pump blows up. And then we have a charger that charges this battery, and this is a marine battery, and that operates this, and it can operate it for maybe, I don't know, a full day at least of running it 8 hours. Doing any more than that kind of pushes it. But so you'll see these tanks, we use these. This is basically, you can go to a pool supply place and ask for liquid chlorine, and then what you do is you dump it into your tank for the chlorine tank, water tank. Again, it mixes it here. I bought this machine from Midwest Washing Equipment, and they built this and sent it to my house probably in 2020. And it's been working great. It's on the skid. We put our forklifts in here and push it in the back of the truck, tie it, strap it down, and we can take this off of this truck, put it in a warehouse for storage or whatever. I typically just leave it in this truck and use it. This is a 2500. It's one of our older trucks. So then what we do is we go into the wall and we spray, and you can see that we've covered these plants because it is a chemical, and we don't want to sit here and spray that bush down because we can dilute the chemical. We can just sit there and spray the bush for like 20 minutes, or you can cover it so that overspray doesn't get on it. We have like a big stain on the side of the house because I guess this kick-out flashing isn't working, and this has just been here forever, so we're just really hitting it. You can see the soap on the wall. We should probably pump up the soap, but there you go. And typically what we'll do is we'll spray from the bottom, work our way up. That way that the water, when the water's at the top, it drains onto the bottom stuff. And yeah, that's it. We're gonna get this stain out, hopefully. All right, that's really it. And then when we're done, what we do is we turn off the soap. For this particular machine, we have to turn the soap supply, or the bleach supply, off. So what we do is there's a gauge, there's a knob here, a flow valve. If I turn this up, this stops pumping from this chemical. And then what we can do is we have to clean this out, all the lines. So I'll come over here, I'll turn the soap off, I'll turn the chemical off, and we'll leave just 100% water. And then we'll run that out for like 5 minutes or so, sometimes less, just to drain all the chemical out of these lines. And that's really it. Just got to be careful with overspray and bushes. If you do get it in the grass or it's draining out of a downspout, you just dilute the bottom part of the downspout. Sometimes we'll put paper up, sometimes we'll use plastic. It just depends on the situation. That's it. All right, so we're all finished up, and one of the things that we've got to make sure we do is drain this line of all the chemicals that were getting sprayed out of it. So we just, like I said, I turned this valve off so that it doesn't suck the chemical Through here, I turn off the soap, which we used all of on this project. It was probably filled up to about here. And then we just turn these knobs off for the soap and for the chemical, and then leave the water on and just let it run. Here's how it turns on. You can hear it turning on, and it'll try to start shooting water out. And this is, we have a connector here with I didn't show you that. You can turn that off. The connector has different spray nozzles. They call it a J something, I don't know. But so this is the handle that connects to that hose. And then you can see the different tips, and they just get switched up. So like I just disconnect that, quick connect, and change it to the next setting. One of these shoots 30 feet. One of them has a wider fan spray all the way down to a lighter spray. So that's that. And then I'll show you, we're about done here. We just go around and we'll dilute all the water. We'll spray down the bushes. So we're diluting the chemical so that it doesn't leave any chemical burns on the plants. And then this is where that big stain was. You can see kind of how the stain came out of there. Just using the chemical. We did a little bit of brushing just to get it into the, you know, the fine nooks of the stucco, but it pretty much cleaned all of it off of there. And that was been staining for years because there was no kick out flashing here, and the gutter was draining the wrong way, which we replaced the gutter and added a kick out, and now we're cleaning this. So yeah, we just dilute everything, wash everything down, wash everything down here, get rid of the covers that we had for this bush, and just spray everything off. Now when we do a roof cleaning, we don't spray the roof off. We let the chemicals sit on it. And there's two different ways to believe, you know, there's two different ways to think about that. If the roof is really bad, we'll clean it off. We'll spray it and then clean it off. Like if it has a lot of moss and dirt and stuff. But if it's just for staining purposes, like we're just cleaning off the staining, then we're gonna leave that chemical on there. And the chemical actually dissipates after about 30 minutes because of the heat. So the chemical deactivates about 30 minutes after. But then the water, any water when it rains the next time, it washes the rest of it off of there, but the chemical is deactivated at that point. So there you go, soft wash. And then we use this product called Gutter Bright, and we have one of these extension poles, and this thing goes 30 or 40 feet. It extends. We put this little brush on here, and we'll dip it into, this is the concentrate, and we'll use that for like details around a project if there's certain things that won't come clean in concentrate. But then we'll dilute this when we do a gutter cleaning, so we can stand on the ground and run that pole across this gutter and it'll clean it off. That way we don't have to get up on a ladder. So soft wash, that's how we do it. One other tip is that we like to use these DeWalt, this 20 volt. I don't have that tip attached to it, but we'll always carry this, and we can just hook it up to someone's, has a quick connect here, quick release connect, two hoses, and this just snaps on the front. And so we'll keep this on the truck in case we need to do some light power washing. We don't need to do much because of the chemicals, but sometimes we just like to spray it off with this, or we have a little bit of a dirtier stain and we like to hit it with that. Sometimes if there's moss and stuff hanging onto the wall or the roof, so we'll use that, but it's really not a high pressure washer at all. But this thing's been great. It's like 200 bucks, and we just keep it in the truck for those hard to clean off sections, but it's really a low pressure. So there's that. We did this roof and these two skylights. We've got to do that roof there and this roof over there next week. Excuse me, sir, how was your experience with the soft wash?